and welcome to another episode of Politics, Real, Raw, Relevant. I'm your host, Phyllis Coley, CEO and publisher of Spectacular Magazine. This show, PC Politics, features politicians, candidates, voters, and issues. My guest today is candidate for Durham Water and Soil Conservation District Supervisor, Anjali Boyd. Anjali, welcome to Spectacular Magazine.
Thank you for having me.
Anjali, I have been seeing all over social media, who is Anjali Boyd? Do you want to just answer that question and clear that up and tell us who is Anjali?
For sure. So I'm Anjali Boyd. I'm a Durham native. I'm a Black woman, a millennial, and a marine scientist. Born and raised here in Durham, been raised by two educators and entrepreneurs, and just all in all, been stressed throughout my life the importance of education, entrepreneurship, and using my platform to for the betterment of others. And that's kind of what I stand for. And so that's my campaign.
You know, you're running for Soil and Water Conservation Supervisor, correct?
For sure.
Tell us, what is that position? Because, you know, I don't know that a lot of people talk about it, but it seems to be really big this election cycle.
For sure. So yes, I'm running for the Durham Soil and Water Board of Supervisors, which Durham Soil and Water is one of the 96 soil and water districts throughout the state of North Carolina. Okay. And in general, all the soil and waters are tasked with protecting, enhancing, and improving soil and water conditions throughout the state of North Carolina. Durham's Board of Supervisors are also tasked with determining local priorities based on the needs of our community and our residents. And so that has some really, really, really big health and economic implications for diverse communities throughout Durham, which I'm hoping to serve them as district supervisor.
What makes you qualified to do that?
So I would say what makes me qualified, and the reason I'm running, is my education and my background and my expertise in this field. I'm a marine scientist. I've studied these topics for the last 6 years extremely intensely throughout the state of North Carolina, but also throughout the United States and Florida, California, Maryland, and abroad. And so I have, I think, a very unique lens on what these problems look like in various capacities and how people are trying to solve them throughout the world. And so just my background in studying water quality issues, environmental conservation, and resource management, as well as my just desire to serve our Durham community.
What do you hope to accomplish in that position?
A lot. So being a scientist and being raised by entrepreneurs, I've kind of been drilled down to create a plan, identify focus points, and then from there kind of drill down on how you can, what needs to happen to make that plan a success. And so as district supervisors, I ID'd 3 key focus points for our campaign and for my position, which would be education, economic development, and environmental justice.
Okay. So how does education, break those down a little bit and what you plan to do with those?
Yes, so for sure. I could definitely talk about those all day and the action points we've kind of come with as a Durham native team. But to summarize it briefly, the state of North Carolina in general is known for producing great educators throughout the U.S. Durham, no different. We're home to 2 highly competitive academic institutions, and Durham Public Schools has produced our entire Durham native team. And so our platform around education is geared towards getting STEM and environmental conservation curriculum in schools, as well as providing paid internship opportunities for DPS students in environmental conservation restoration projects. When it comes to economic development, once again, Durham is known for being home of Black Wall Street, and being raised by 2 entrepreneurs, I have been stressed the importance of using entrepreneurship as a vessel for freedom. And with North Carolina's #1 industry being agriculture and agribusinesses, one of the big focus points for our economic development plan is around providing increased funding for programs and for programs that promote agribusinesses in Durham County. And so that would look like increasing funding for the agriculture development grant, expanding the farm to table programs, and then lowering the barrier of entry for GAP certification and EBT licensing for farmers. And then lastly, with the economic development, recent studies like the last couple of weeks or months have shown that farmers who are tech savvy have been faring way better than their counterparts who are not during this pandemic. And so one of our big things that we'll be working towards is trying to connect farmers with technology that will increase their sales during and after this pandemic is over.
It sounds like all of those still comes under the umbrella of education in some form or another.
For sure.
Tell us about your educational background.
Yes. So I am a product of Burton and Creekside Elementary, Shepherd Middle School, and Jordan High School. I've been super active in the community throughout my upbringing with FFA, volunteering with the NC Museum of Life and Science. And upon graduating from Jordan High School, I went off to Florida. I got my degree in marine sciences, biology track, and now I am currently a PhD student in the Nicholas School of Environment at Duke.
You're in the PhD program.
Correct.
Right. Mm-hmm. So, but it would seem to me Florida would be a wonderful place to study soil and water.
Correct.
You're talking about a peninsula, a lot of water,
yes.
A lot of land. And so you talked about what you want to accomplish. Tell us a little bit about, you talked about being from Durham and being educated here. What about your family? You've mentioned your family a couple of times and that they were entrepreneurs. Tell us a little bit about your family.
Yeah, so my roots here in Durham are extensive. I was born and raised here. I'm a Boyd, I'm a Wright, I'm a Spalding, a Barnes, and a Long. So my family's been here, for generations. My mom, she has been a fixture in the early education field since she graduated from college. My dad, he teaches entrepreneurship at UNC, but has also served our Durham community, especially our youth, through the Durham Hawks, Neal Middle School, and various other endeavors. And my great-grandfather was also the athletic director at NC Central, and he's also in their Hall of Fame, their sports Hall of Fame. And so throughout just being around them and being raised by a family that's deeply indebted to our Durham community and serving our Durham community, I've been stressed the importance of how important it is to serve your community and advocate on behalf of those.
Do you have any platform that is particular geared toward to help the African American community here in Durham?
For sure, yes. So our environmental justice platform, once again, kind of rooted in the history of North Carolina being recognized as the catalyst for the environmental justice movement in the United States. Our environmental justice platform is focused on working with communities, especially marginalized communities, to fight food insecurities and improve water quality, while also ensuring that we're preparing our most vulnerable communities for extreme weather conditions, such as heat waves, flooding, and things of that nature. So that's geared, as well as, of course, our economic development with increasing urban agriculture and agribusinesses is also geared towards getting more minorities and African Americans in that field and access to those funds.
How many water and soil conservation supervisors are there in Durham?
Yeah, so each board of supervisors is made up of 5 supervisors.
Okay.
And so there's 5, and we have 1 position up for election in the 2020 November cycle.
Thank you so much. I mean, first of all, you've educated me as well on exactly what you do in that position. And thank you so much. But thank you for taking the time to be with us on PC Politics today.
For sure.
And I enjoy getting to know you and learn more about you. But how can people find you and follow you and learn more about you?
Yeah, so our team is all over. We're on social media. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Anjali, that's ANJALI, 4 Durham. You can also visit our website, which is www.anjalifordurham.com. Feel free to reach out to us. We love hearing from people in our community. and the things that you guys want to hear us address and talk about throughout this campaign. So
Wonderful. Thank you so much. And good luck in your upcoming election.
thank you. Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. So we have been visiting with Anjali Boyd, who is a candidate for the Durham Water and Soil Conservation District Supervisor. I probably said that all wrong, but you'll find that in our ballots when we vote on November 3rd. I'm Phyllis Coley. I'm your host. This is PC Politics, and until next time, see ya.